My name is Susan Spicka, and I've been working with Erica Berg and a group of parents who live in the Cumberland Valley over the past year. We have been calling our legislators, we've been writing to them, and we've been meeting with them to tell them that we love our public schools, and we've been asking them to restore funding to our public schools. The first thing that we hear from their mouths when we talk to them about this is there just isn't any money to restore funding in public schools. And we understand that our legislators need to make really tough choices when they decide how to spend the taxpayer dollars in the budget. So we examined the budget, and I have to say we were very troubled by the choices that our area legislators, our legislators in Franklin and Cumberland counties have been making. The same budget that cut nearly $1 billion from public school funding contained over $1 billion in corporate tax breaks for very large, profitable corporations. This year, our legislators will once again choose how to spend the tax dollars of our citizens in the 2012 and 2013 budget. We'd like to make a few suggestions, and we would like to encourage our legislators to make choices that will benefit the children of hardworking Pennsylvanians instead of padding the profits of large, profitable corporations. So first, we have our visual here. We recommend that our legislators close the Delaware loophole and make all businesses that operate in Pennsylvania pay their taxes in Pennsylvania. Fully 70% of large, profitable corporations that operate in Pennsylvania do not pay their taxes in the Commonwealth. Instead, they open a post office box in Delaware and they pay their taxes there. This is known as the Delaware loophole, and last year, Pennsylvania lost $500 million in tax revenue through this giant hole in our tax policy. Governor Corbett and our legislators know about this loophole, and they've chosen to ignore it. We as individuals pay our taxes to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Small businesses that are owned by Pennsylvanians pay their taxes to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We think it is only fair that large, profitable corporations that operate in Pennsylvania pay their taxes to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Second, we recommend that our legislators repeal Act 13, the sham law that they supported that gives counties the option of enacting a fee on multinational companies that are extracting natural gas in the Marcellus Shale region. We urge our legislators to do what every other natural gas producing state in America does and impose a fair severance tax on natural gas drilling companies. In the past 3 years, Pennsylvania has lost over $300 million in revenue because of Harrisburg's refusal to enact a fair tax. When school districts in our state are cutting kindergarten, not cutting full-day kindergarten, but cutting kindergarten because there is no money from the state to pay for it, we cannot afford to let big energy companies walk away with hundreds of millions of dollars in excess profits. And finally, we'd like to recommend that our legislators end the corporate welfare for Pennsylvania's horse industry. The Pennsylvania Gaming Commission licensed casinos and brought casino gambling to Pennsylvania. In 2007, licensed casinos in Pennsylvania, they began to generate revenue. And over the last 5 years, casinos have earned nearly $8 billion. To date, the horse industry has received nearly $1 billion in corporate welfare. Now, this is a privately owned industry that receives over $200 million a year every year in public subsidies. Most of this money goes to increase the amount of prize money won by Pennsylvania racehorse owners and breeders, and this money is also being used to subsidize the retirement funds and health care plans of the racetrack owners and their families. After nearly $1 billion in public support, the horse industry should be able to sustain itself without continuing to rely on public charity. After all, welfare should be a hand up, not a way of life for Pennsylvania corporations. Our legislators will be making choices this year as they negotiate a budget deal with Governor Corbett. And we will be watching them very closely And we're going to watch to see whether they choose to reward large, profitable, multinational corporations with tax breaks, or whether they choose to restore funding to the public schools that educate the children of hardworking Pennsylvanians. We are in Harrisburg today, and other parents and community members will be holding mock bake sales throughout Pennsylvania this week to send a message to our legislators. We care about our public schools, our children, and the future of the Commonwealth. And we too will be making choices this year. And I can tell you that we will be choosing to vote for legislators that support public education. So thanks for coming out today.